34. The Road to Peace. February the 9th, 1954. Good morning, friends. One of the subjects of major interest to people in our time is peace, both political and military peace, and peace within. In fact, the very word peace seems to be an important factor in selling books. If the word appears in the title, such as peace of mind and peace of soul, it adds to the market value of the book because millions of people are restless and at sea. One thing they definitely do lack is peace. They may have a good home, a fairly good bank account, and many of the securities you and I may long for, but they definitely do not have peace. Well, these millions of people have a very sensible desire for peace. Their restlessness of mind and disquiet of soul is a constant drain on them, and it leaves them always frustrated. So they buy the books, read them, get a temporary glow out of them, and then tuck them on a shelf. And the old frustration returns as soon as the book is out of sight. You can't blame them, therefore, if they feel irritable when someone starts preaching peace of soul to them again. The whole business sounds like so much ministerial quack medicine talk. I think there's some truth to that suspicion in some cases. I myself am inclined to be suspicious, with no disrespect to the books of that title, if someone starts preaching this peace of mind and peace of soul business to me. After all, how much sense would it make if someone started telling me that there was nothing for me to do to get $100 every Friday or Saturday night, except to say I'd sign on the dotted line and affirm my conviction in the value of $100? I'd say there was a catch someplace between Monday and Saturday, a catch involving 40 to 48 hours of hard work before that money was mine. And unless the world has changed a lot overnight, I think it'd be right. The only way I've ever gotten money is by hard work. I'd like an easier way, but I haven't got one. The same is true of peace. We don't get peace of mind or soul simply because we want it. We get it as a result of hard and sacrificial work. We get peace as a paycheck we've had to earn. Our Lord, speaking of peace and like blessings, said, "He that overcometh shall inherit all things." Revelation 21:7. In other words, before we get peace, we do some overcoming, some fighting. When we make the mistake of choosing peace instead of facing the struggle, we fail to win peace, and we inherit only tension and frustration. As old Abraham Kuyper observed, "Woe to the man who reaches after peace before the battle shall have been fought." And so this paradox is true. Peace comes only with struggling and overcoming. It involves especially a struggle with ourselves. We desire peace in order to save and protect ourselves. But our Lord said, "The corn of wheat which falls into the ground and dies brings forth fruit." See John 12:24. In other words, we have to die to ourselves to have peace. Well, that sounds like a bitter dose at first. A graveyard is indeed a peaceful place, but not exactly the kind of peace we have in mind. But what our Lord offers is not a graveyard peace, but the peace of joy and faithfulness in Him, bringing forth fruit to Him, that is, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. This involves saying no to ourselves daily and saying yes to the Lord. It involves loving our neighbour and our enemy. It means forgetting ourselves in service to God and to others. Peace is a paycheck we earn in payment for a struggle with ourselves. It is our dividend for turning over the title deed of our lives to Jesus Christ. To make our peace with God, Jesus Christ had to lay down His life for us, and He exacts in return the payment of our lives to Him in return for this gift. Christ is our peace. Ephesians 2:14, and to the extent to which we allow Him to prevail in our lives, to that extent we have peace. A man's heart is surrounded by nettles, fencing it off from any touch or trampling, but only as they are ripped out and overcome by God's grace can he have that peace which passeth all understanding. Philippians 4:7. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in the one body, and be ye thankful. Colossians 3:15, RSV. Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace always by all means. 2 Thessalonians 3:16.